Hey everyone, today we're talking about the Lenovo LOQ-E gaming laptop, and I want to be upfront, most budget gaming laptops cut corners in ways that really frustrate you after a few months. You end up with a screen that feels sluggish, a processor that throttles under load, or a graphics card that can't keep up with modern games. But this Lenovo LOQ-E? It actually delivers where others fall short. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been testing this thing for a couple weeks now, and the first thing that stood out was the display. It's a 15.6-inch FHD panel with a 144Hz refresh rate, which makes everything feel silky smooth whether you're gaming or just scrolling through YouTube. I ran Cyberpunk 2077 on medium settings at around 60 to 70 FPS, and the motion was so fluid it almost felt like playing on a console with a high-end TV. Even in Fortnite, where I usually notice screen tearing on cheaper laptops, the 144Hz refresh rate kept everything crisp and responsive. That's not something you get on most budget machines, and it makes a bigger difference than you'd think for immersion and comfort during long sessions. Under the hood, you've got an AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS processor paired with 16GB of DDR5 RAM. I pushed this thing hard, streaming while running Apex Legends in the background, downloading large files, and having a dozen Chrome tabs open, and it barely broke a sweat. The Ryzen 7 handled everything smoothly, and the DDR5 RAM made multitasking feel effortless. I also ran a stress test to see how it handles heat, and even after 30 minutes of maxed-out CPU and GPU usage, the fans ramped up but the performance stayed consistent. No thermal throttling, no sudden slowdowns, just steady, reliable power. That's exactly what you want from a gaming laptop, especially one in this price range. The graphics side is handled by an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050, which is a solid mid-range GPU for 1080p gaming. I played Alan Wake 2 on medium-high settings and hit around 50 to 60 FPS, which is playable and looks great on the FHD screen. It's not going to run Starfield at 4K Ultra, but for the games most people actually play, it's more than enough. Plus, with DLSS support, you can turn up the settings and still get smooth frame rates. The RTX 4050 also means you've got access to features like ray tracing and NVIDIA Reflex, which can make supported games look even better and feel more responsive. Storage is another area where this laptop shines. It comes with a 512GB SSD, which is fast and spacious enough for your OS, games, and a few apps without feeling cramped. I installed Call of Duty, Warzone, GTA 5, and a few other titles, and there was still room for my usual software setup. The SSD also means boot times are instant, and game load screens are over in seconds. If you ever need more space, the laptop has an extra M.2 slot for expansion, which is a nice touch for future-proofing. Lenovo includes a few extras that make this laptop feel more premium than it is. First, there's the Luna Gray design. It's sleek and understated, not some flashy gamer aesthetic that screams "look at me." It looks like a regular laptop until you open it up and see the RGB keyboard lighting, which is customizable through Lenovo Vantage. I also got 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is a great bonus if you're into Xbox games or want to try out new titles without buying them outright. The keyboard itself is comfortable for typing, and the trackpad is responsive, which is a nice change from some gaming laptops where those details get overlooked. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The battery life is fine for light use, but if you're gaming, don't expect to go more than a couple hours without plugging in. That's par for the course with gaming laptops though, so it's not a deal breaker. The build quality is solid, but it's not quite as premium as some higher-end models. It's made of plastic, which keeps the weight down, but it doesn't feel as sturdy as, say, an Asus ROG Zephyrus. That said, for the price, it's a fair trade-off. Overall, the Lenovo LOQ-E is a fantastic mid-range gaming laptop that actually delivers on its promises. It's got the performance to handle modern games, a smooth display for immersion, and enough storage and RAM to keep things running smoothly. The extras like Xbox Game Pass and Lenovo Vantage add value, and the design is subtle enough to work as a daily driver if you're not always gaming. If you're in the market for a budget-friendly gaming laptop that doesn't cut corners, this is one worth considering. Check out the link below to see the latest price and details.